And the Bruins will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Winston. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Goes to the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, working for 6. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes his connection. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's going to pass. quickly out to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Okay, operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's up to 13. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Coming out with it, it's Winston. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to move it through the air. Flips it out to the back. Powers through the defender. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On third down, he drops to throw. He makes the connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big big decision. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Calls his own number. Inside the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
And once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on fourth down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wants to go up top. He wants it all.
That's me.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he takes this from inside the 5.
Oh, come here, Curry. Hold that ball.
Crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might as well give it to him again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming.
Whoa.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Well, the upside is you could get a first down.
The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed
I had
to
circle
create
underneath. That's the
takeaways
worst
to
part
try to
about
gain
that.
as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
That's the only sad part about that. I had circle. Looking at something else.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect it.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start.
Have a chance at life, bro. Just points the board. What you doing?
He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Some early movement along
Come
the
on,
offensive
bro. That
line,
little
and they'll
nudge
walk
is
it
not a
back.
false start,
So
but
the
all right.
decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback keeps it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
Come on. See, there it is. There it is. It's a great throw, and my receiver just said, nah, we good, coach. Like, come the fuck on, bro.
I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep.
I knew it.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down.
That's hella traffic. Come on,
Interception.
bro. We dead ass, though. Wide open touchdown. We don't get shit from that. Nice.
Where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have
Shit
back.
makes
That's
no
a play
sense.
they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass to 45. Got a lot of running room. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the...
And he rolls into the house.
Wide open touchdown turns into this nigga screen.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. He lost one down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, just keeps firing.
Nah, that just made no sense.
Play, sacking him back at the 10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Switch stick and stop.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback checking the play. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. A strike downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll just keep slinging it. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on first and goal. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. The Bruins want to move quickly. Using his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by a field goal over Rutgers. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this
Like a nigga that gets through the entire, he can't make that tackle, but if that's
working out, you're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. At the 40, there he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And they're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB.
I don't like how they just don't let me switch stick, bro. Come on. I know exactly where I want to go with that.
This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down.
I'm about to say, do not let him get away with that bullshit, bro. I'm right there.
3rd down is coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Bulls his way forward. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of a spot.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air, getting some heat. That's the kind of protection you
Thank you.
as he fires left. And this
That's a tough-ass throw to make. Come on now.
Well, great defense on that.
Should have made it, though.
Ready for pass. They force the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. So close to
I'm playing against mid-blitz all year, bro. Come on, bro. Every variation of mid-blitz I done seen. Stop it. We don't give a fuck.
He'll take it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Seen every variation of mid-blitz, bro. We don't give a fuck over here.
This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? A run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Will they be able to get that one more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Bruins! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion possession on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Winston. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Give me that shit, nigga. Give me that shit.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work.
If you know, you know.
They'll go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They go to the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They want to run this quarterback.
Yo, did y'all just... Y'all just...
Amazing how many
you love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I see you, EA. I see you.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing.
Love to see it. W holding call. So that's the best holding call I've ever seen. It's so accurate.
They're throwing for it on 4th down.
Oh, and that was open, bruh. That was open. Way to save him with the holding call.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack.
Niggas thought I was tripping when I said cuz get lucky sometimes. Come on, bruh.
That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Complete to start this drive. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
A nice job by the defense.
Clear first down, holding call.
They know this offense is going to try to find him in the pass.
W edge rusher.
In a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And a good, solid pickup for the defense.
W edge rusher.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down
What a
throw.
game. What a
You want
game.
to push the ball vertically
Come on,
down the
man.
field,
One
but
more.
if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Ducks!
It's like right before half, I have a touchdown. Nothing. Right before the, right here. Boy, if this nigga don't, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Big time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback?
EA doesn't make him pay for his mistakes. Meanwhile, this shit ridiculous. Come on, man. 2 minutes. You got ice.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found.
2 minutes, man. You got ice. Let's go. Shit is ridiculous.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Look at my
Yeah, and they
tongue.
put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree.
I could have threw that.
Their mindset,
I could have threw that.
They need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Yeah, give me the ball. Yeah, I could have threw that for sure.
He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense.
You
Just
award
a short
niggas for
gain.
going for strips.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Feeling some heat. And the
I
pressure
threw the
will
ball,
get
but
there.
alright.
The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's taking the deep shot. And
Thank you.
he's got it
Like, come on,
outside
bro.
the
We got ice. Let's get it.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. This is a designed run. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine.
Right past his fucking face, please. Are we? That DB is not in that.
Veterans in this defense. They stay locked
Wow,
in
what a
their
fucking
roles, and he
play.
made the pick.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time
What a
games.
fucking
Great
play.
job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Great play.
Line gets set.
Nigga is
1st down.
not a fucking...
From the shotgun, the inside give.
This shit is so pitiful.
Progress made there on the short run. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. We're fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were. They didn't have the momentum, but now
Way to
They
hold his
definitely got
fucking
together,
name.
Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite of what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been...
Ball game. This shit is ass, bruh.